Thank you, and good morning. I am Assemblymember Shirley Weber from the 79th District. And as a professor, and many of you know I was a professor for over 40 years at the university before going to the California State Assembly. And one of the key issues we consistently taught our students was that it was important to be engaged, to be involved, and to be informed about the political process. That this is a democracy that really values the individual, and that when people are given accurate and correct information, they will make the best decisions on behalf of not only their city, their state, their nation, and the world. It becomes an affront to democracy when people are lied to and deceived. And it really is a corrosive element in our society and has a tendency to make us not believe in the process and the democracy that we value so much. When I think about this initiative, and clearly, you know, we are in favor of minimum wage, the increase in minimum wage, and the increase in terms of sick days. But it goes far beyond that, because it really goes to the heart of what has happened in the process of democracy. Our city council held public hearings, had information, had it available to everyone in the public to basically come forth and to make their statements. And they are representatives of the various communities throughout San Diego. And they voted for this ordinance to basically increase the minimum wage and to increase sick days for those who work in the city. And it was applauded across the city among workers and among those who truly believe that we are a nation that values the individual's work, that values what they have to give, and want to make sure that we have a quality of life in California that is sustainable. So when we then are presented with the idea that those who have decided that they're against it, who may be a small force, have resorted to the traditional tactics of lying and deceiving the public and playing on their emotions, it really basically attacks the very basis of this nation. And it is a criminal act that needs to be responded to by the State Attorney General. We're calling upon Kamala Harris, our Attorney General, the State Attorney General, to investigate this matter, because it really is not just about minimum wage and sick days, which is very important. It is about who we are as Californians and who we are as Americans. And this basically gets to the heart and the core of what we believe in and who we are as a people. And so we're calling upon them to do that, because this is a small group of people who have decided that they're going to basically subvert the process. We all know that in a good debate, I taught communications for many years, then in a good debate, the arguments ought to stand on their own, and people should be able to present their ideas and let the public hear. But when you're losing the debate, you resort to lies and distortions. And obviously that is what has happened here. We know that in this state, we need to increase our minimum wage. We need to treat our workers better. Our city council has been courageous in its efforts to do that. The state has been courageous in its legislation to do likewise. And we then, as the people, ought to demand that the people's voice is heard, that the information is correct, and that our process, the democratic process, is upheld. So at this point, we're saying to our Attorney General Kamala Harris that she needs to investigate these violations and to make sure that they have not violated the law, and that the people of San Diego will get the correct information about what is on the ballot. Thank you so very much.
Questions or?